Hello, everybody. I am Commissioner Rhino, and to my right is DFS Daddy. Welcome to Week 17 DFS Show. Hope everybody's good. Hope everybody had a blessed Christmas and enjoy your time with your family and everything. Let's ask you all just to bet what you can afford, please. Let's get to this, man. Let's get to
Yeah.
this. I'm excited about this week. There's some good games.
Oh
Got
yeah,
some
it's
surprise,
it's a little bit condensed, but there are some great matchups.
a little bit condensed, a
Hmm.
little bit condensed. Let's
Yeah.
what's your let's do what we did last week. What's your top five quarterbacks?
So top five quarterbacks, some of the obvious ones, guys like Josh Allen, Jordan Love, Jaden Daniels.
Okay,
A guy who's kind of like I want to say mid tier would be a guy like Baker Mayfield, and then someone on the lower tier would be a guy like Aiden O'Connell, because that Jaguars defense is a really great matchup.
that's interesting.
So.
AOC, huh?
Mm-hmm. And he
That's
has Brock Bowers, who's a target
they're
hog,
playing the
and
Saints.
yeah, they're playing the
Yeah,
Saints.
yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah.
Saints don't really have anything to play for at this point.
No, just pride.
Mm-hmm.
I like I like Jaden Daniels. I
Yeah.
woke up. I actually woke up in the middle of the night thinking Jaden Daniels and Scary Terry stack.
Ooh, that would be really nice. Yeah. Terry's a little banged up right now,
Right?
and he's gonna go against AJ Terrell. But I mean, I thought last week was gonna be the week that Terry was gonna slow down. But if the Eagles didn't slow him down, then you just can't slow Terry down.
Now, would a better stack be Baker and Mike Evans, maybe, or do Josh?
I think so because of the matchup, because they're playing the Panthers, and I know that Mike Evans still wants to get that a thousand yards
And Baker
receiving.
wants him to get that too.
Yeah, Baker wants him to get it. Yeah, there's some incentives tied to him getting 1,000 yards actually,
And
and
they're
him
playing
getting
for
10
their
plus
division
touchdowns,
too. They're
and they're
playing
playing for
for
the
their
division.
division,
Yep,
so they have
because
to
they're
win.
tied with Atlanta. Yeah, like they're
All
still
right,
fighting for the division.
I like Baker
Yeah, so
against
Baker,
Carolina.
Mike Evans stack.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he said Mike's not worried about it, but I am. So
you're right. You know Mike is worried about it. Imagine having
yeah,
played every
he's a
single
humble
year.
dude. So
Yeah. But imagine having played every single year of your career for you to be able to say that you've had 1,000 yards every single season.
it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Insane.
Funny though, Puka
What's up?
Nakua, if he gets these 100 yards shy of 1,000 yards,
Hmm.
he'll get 1,000 yards in 10 games.
Wow. Oh yeah, right. Because he
Yeah,
was hurt a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
and that's just nuts, man. All right,
Puka Nakua is the new Justin Jefferson, it seems.
yeah, just not as fast.
Right.
He just knows how to separate and catch the damn ball.
Right.
Um, Running backs.
Right.
How about JT?
I like JT. Yeah.
Do you think he can repeat what he did last week against Carolina? I mean, against
Probably
the
not.
Giants?
I feel like that's probably a lot to ask of him for
Yeah,
him to get, 200 plus yards and three more touchdowns. But it's definitely like within the realm of possibility that he could get like 86 yards and a touchdown or something like that. I think it's
he
I think
broke
it's possible.
he broke off what, a 60 yarder or a 70 yarder, something
It,
like
it,
that
it was
last week.
both. Yeah, it was a 65 yarder, then a 70
Oh,
yarder, like literally the next series.
9,600. Oh, 8,400 for Jonathan Taylor.
8,400. 8,400 is not bad. And it's a great matchup because this Giants defense is leaky.
Yeah,
And
I
I
like
feel like
that.
that's the reason why we were able to get a lot of positives in our lineup last week. It was because it was very top heavy. Like we targeted a few stars.
Right. And then Richardson just he had 11 completions.
Yeah, something like that. He's like 7 for 11. Yeah.
And
So
then
I, I like JT as
I
our
think he'll
RB1.
do better this week against the Giants. It might be opening
I
up a
mean,
little bit. Well,
maybe, but if the run game is working again, I don't think they'll have him. Like, I think that the way that we played last week is the way that our offense should be run. It should
yeah,
be 30, 35 carries a game. Let our running back and our 255-pound quarterback do the dirty work and then
yeah.
throw 12 to 15 passes a game. Like, you don't need to do anything extra. So yeah, I like JT
Let's
as our back.
do JT. Let's do JT.
'Hmm.
'Let's do JT. You going to do defense now?
Yeah. Look at the we
What
can look at the
what's it?
defense.
We did pretty good last week thinking picking Atlanta. That's a sneaky play.
Yeah, that was great.
What do you think about I think either Indianapolis or the Raiders are good sneaky plays.
Ooh, Indianapolis or the Raiders? Yeah, I'd probably go with the Raiders because that Saints quarterback room is disgusting.
Yeah, and the Raiders they get to the quarterback.
They
You
do.
know,
Mm-hmm.
what's the kids chase on
Yeah, they apply some pressure.
3200
Raiders is 3,200.
as
Yeah,
the 25th.
yeah,
We roll
yeah.
with
The
that.
Saints offense
Yeah.
is bad. Yeah.
Okay. That'll save us some money for flex or see what are we looking at now for average.
Mm-hmm.
Should be probably about 6,000. Oh, nice. Okay. So let's go wide receiver or running
Yeah.
back.
We go right. We go wide receiver.
What's a sneaky play? What's your of the top five and one
Um,
sleeper do you like?
I got Mike Evans. Oh, Jamison Crowder is a good sleeper that I have. Like I feel like he's a guy who's a bit shifty. He knows how to get open. He's been a security blanket ever since they brought him for on Washington for Jaden Daniels. And their game I think has like one of the highest totals, one of the highest
Right.
projected totals of the week. So I think that there's a possibility. I mean, aside from Terry, somebody else has got to get a bunch of targets. And I think
Is
Jamison
that is
Crowder
that
has
Ertz
sneaky
back?
value. I am not sure. I'd have to check.
I wonder if that helped his numbers last week with Zach Ertz being out.
It's possible.
All right. And I think Shakir probably a good play too.
Yeah, I like Khalil Shakir. I think that it's possible though that the weather, because it's gonna be really really cold
Mm-hmm.
in Buffalo, so maybe the weather could lead to more of like a run heavy game
Okay.
script.
That make me happy because I'm going against Josh Allen one of my championships.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
So
that would make me really happy. And
uh,
I have James Cook. That would make me. I would be so happy.
yeah. See, Darnell Mooney, what about him?
I like Darnell Mooney. I think he's a very good like dart throw. He's a very good upside play because Penix looked very comfortable. He missed
Yeah.
a couple of shots, but he'll get that with more
And I
playing
think we
time.
might open it up a little bit for him too
Right.
after
Hmm.
last week.
Yeah, that's
And
very possible.
Washington could be thrown on,
Right.
That's actually a sneaky play too.
Hmm.
What else we got here going on? Is it Darnell Mooney? What's
Yeah, Zach
Josh
Ertz looks
Downs?
like he's good to go for the next game.
How about Josh Downs?
I like Josh Downs, but the volume might not be there for him though.
Right. Man, how far is Pittman fallen from the grace of
Oh well, Pittman is he's hurt and he's been hurt for much of the entire season. So like
right?
that's why he's had a really down year this year. He's been battling through injuries and he almost ended up on IR, but he wanted to fight through it anyway. So like I respect him for that, but I
Washington.
wouldn't put him in any lineups. What the hell? Hold on one second.
All right. How festive, man.
Who is that? Yeah. That's the alarm of my apartment building. Yeah, I don't know who this is. I'm not just gonna open the door for some random person. See? It's just somebody just pressing random buttons. I hate it when they do that.
Oh,
Insane. So we got what 6,300 per player.
yeah.
What are we looking at right now?
For the wide receiver?
Yeah, we can
Brandon
look at
Cooks.
another. How about who?
Brandon Cooks.
Oh yeah,
They got
right.
somebody could with freaking it's gonna
CD
be him or
being out.
Colbert.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And
It is
then
gonna be him or Tolbert.
The conditions
Huh.
are going to be.
So would you rather go with Cooks because he's probably going to be the number one receiver, or would you rather take the upside swing with Tolbert because Tolbert is going to be much, much cheaper?
I might take the upside with Romeo Dobbs at 5,600. Actually,
Why not?
I think
Yeah,
that's
they're gonna be chasing points, so why
yeah,
not?
and they can be Minnesota can be thrown on.
Mm-hmm.
I trust him probably out of all the other
Yeah, let's go
receivers.
Romeo Dobbs. Yeah.
Yeah,
And Christian Watson might not play, so that would be good for Romeo Dobbs too.
yeah. So we're probably looking at probably about 6,500 now for.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that! I'm
Yeah,
getting good.
nice.
Let's go running back.
Mm-hmm.
I do like Bucky Irving, but we already have Evans and Baker.
And Baker, yeah.
So
Um,
I'm trying to
hmm.
think what else is a good play.
Yeah, scroll down a bit to see if. I mean, one player that I think would be a solid play would be Tyrone Tracy.
I think so too.
Yeah, I like him a lot. Mm-hmm.
He's questionable too. I like Tank Bigsby though too against
Yeah, I think
Jacksonville.
yes, Jackson.
He's
Well, Tings
getting
Bigby will be against Tennessee.
yeah okay against Tennessee. The
Yeah.
28th run.
I don't trust their offense. I don't trust their offensive line.
No,
Yeah, I would definitely trust Tyrone Tracy more, mostly because Tyrone Tracy is also involved in a passing game.
okay,
I'm not a fan of Kendra Miller because that entire offense
nope,
right now is garbage. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I
All right,
think
I'm
Tyrone
going.
Tracy is,
Yeah.
yeah. And then we
What
got
about what about drum? What about Chuba? He might be high though.
I like Chuba, but yeah, he might be high.
We could see
Yeah, 7,600.
76,
Yep.
and we saw a wide receiver,
Hmm.
flex,
And
and tight
and
end.
Chuba's matchup is not really that great either
No.
because the Bucks are good against the run. So that is something to consider.
What about Rico Suave Dottle?
Rico Dowdle against Philly.
It might be more run heavy with Lamb being out, and especially if it's crappy conditions.
Yeah, if it's crappy conditions, Lamb is out, Kenny Pickett's the starting quarterback. It's possible that the game stays much closer than Philly anticipates, and Rico might get some run.
So do we trust Rico more than we trust Tyrone Tracy, and why?
No, I don't. I trust Tyrone Tracy more
Okay.
only because Tyrone Tracy has already proven that even with bad quarterback play, he can still put up some very good numbers. And even if he doesn't really get good blocking, like he's shifty enough to create on his own. And he's
Yeah.
also cheaper, much cheaper
Okay.
than Rico Dowdle. Yeah.
Do Tyrone. Do Tyrone. I'm good with
Is it,
that.
we already have that. Tyrone's is our RB2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we're looking at
Mhm. Now we're looking at
what do
wide
we call
receiver, tight
Tyrone?
end, and flex.
6,500. So let's
I
do
think we should do tight end first.
okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, Brock Bowers at 7,600.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Most
that.
expensive one. The
Yeah.
actual generational talent.
Jake Ferguson might be a sneaky good play
Jake Ferg. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
because of the fact that Lamb is out, and we know that that
Yeah. Passes got to go somewhere.
Cooper Rush trusts him
Mm-hmm. Yep.
against the ninth ranked defense against the tight ends. But I like
Mm-hmm.
that.
I like Chigo Conquo too. Like he's become a security blanket for
For
Mason
Mason.
Rudolph. Yeah. And Jacksonville is a really good matchup.
Okay, you know what? Because we could save. I'm good with that too. Chig.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let's do Chig.
All right.
Plus, they're playing in better conditions, too, weather conditions.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Absolutely.
all right.
Oh, look at that. We got more to play with now. We have 14,000.
Okay. So let's go
You can
flex
get
and
one
then
good wide,
maybe go high end receiver then, huh?
or do receiver first, so that way
Okay.
we don't limit ourselves with the flex.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should probably get a good receiver here.
Mm-hmm.
Devontae. Ooh. What about Tyreek Hill?
Cold weather game in Cleveland.
Waddle's out.
Yeah,
No.
but the Dolphins, yeah, they don't really do well in cold weather. So I'm definitely scared as hell of that.
Brian Thomas Jr. He just seems to get his, man.
Yeah, he's an animal. Yeah,
He's gonna be one of those players next year, if not this year. Just that you just leave in, unless it's a
yeah,
bye week.
yep.
You know.
That's gonna be him next year. I believe that.
All right. Let's see what we got else we got, but I'd say either probably Malik Neighbors or Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah, I'd go Brian Thomas Jr. because he has the higher upside because he's playing with a quarterback who has NFL experience and he has some type of a connection with him.
Okay.
And Brian Thomas has that crazy upside.
I like Devontae Smith, but I
I
don't
don't
trust
trust Kenny
Pickett.
Pickett. Hmm.
But then again, I think he might get more the love from Pickett because he does the short to mid range, while
Hmm.
AJ Brown's more downfield.
Right, and that is very possible. The one thing that I'm a little bit like wary of is that Dallas's DBs are actually pretty good. And honestly, it really wouldn't surprise me if Dallas somehow keeps this game really close. Like if
Yeah,
Dallas really makes this a fight because they've been improving in their run defense lately. So they might be able to limit Saquon a little bit. And they've seen Saquon before.
yeah. So we're looking at what 6,600.
Yeah,
All right.
that's a strong. And honestly, I tell you the truth, I wouldn't be mad at Jerome Ford.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be mad at all at Jerome Ford.
I'm just not. I'm not sold on him. I'm
I
probably
get
out
it.
of the.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm probably out of the ordinary. I think everybody else is
Hmm.
sold on him, but he's a long run dependent and touchdown dependent. If you take out the long run he did last week, I mean he
Hmm.
does get catches and stuff too. But
Yeah,
you got a long run, his numbers were
right.
mediocre.
Yeah, but that's essentially part of his game, though. Like the explosive run is part of his game. It's what he does well,
And
and it's what he's been doing ever
Miami
since he came into the
Miami's
league.
rush defense is pretty good.
Not really.
No,
Hmm.
all right,
They're more like yeah. It's their opponent ranking is 20th, so like they're not terrible, but they're not really all that good either.
all right. Let's see what else we might have. I listened to a very wise person that he's shepherded me through these fantasy football seasons this year. And
Mhm.
this person said, if you use flex for running backs for flex, you get more volume. Volume is key.
If you
So
use running
it's
back for
wise.
flex,
Yeah, running backs. If you try to use running backs for flex to get more volume, especially if you have a running back that catches.
well, yeah, of course, absolutely, yeah. If you have a running back who gets every opportunity or
Uh-huh.
majority of the opportunities out of their respective backfield, yeah, they're likely to go off because they can get points in two different ways.
Right.
So yeah, I definitely buy that.
All right. So, oh, it's red. Okay, here we go. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I like Jacoby Myers, but that's just
Would
whatever's
would
going on
you
with him lately is just weird.
right?
He doesn't seem to be getting the targets. Like they're
Hmm.
super concentrated on Brock.
Brock Bowers. I mean, yeah, he's their only mismatch in that entire offense. And
Yeah.
now that they don't have a formidable run game, now they're not even looking at anybody else. They're just lining Brock Bowers up against a linebacker or against a safety that's much slower than him. They're just force feeding him targets.
All right. I'll concede to Jerome.
Yeah, and that's why I like the Jerome Ford play too, because it's even if they do fall behind, he's still
Mhm.
gonna get the pass catching work, and he's more than capable of like scoring a
All right.
garbage time touchdown.
All right. I'm good with that. All right.
Yeah, I think that locks us up, and that zeroed our account. Yeah,
Oh, good.
yeah,
I think he's a pretty solid lineup.
it is. I think so. I like it.
I'll be looking forward to your DMs about the Raiders.
Oh yeah, when I saw that the Falcons defense scored a touchdown, I was losing my mind.
Yeah.
I was like, oh crap.
I was losing my mind the other way because I was going against somebody that had the Falcons defense.
Oof,
And this
that's
dude was
rough.
like, this guy's like my kryptonite. This is the first time in the playoffs, any spot in the playoffs, I beat this guy.
Oh wow! Finally
So
got that redemption.
a little bit that helped have me
Mhm.
hurt. But yeah, cool. So, what are your thoughts on the Saturday games? Who do you like?
Oh, Saturday games.
What game you looking forward to?
I like the Chargers. I think the Chargers are going to beat the Patriots. I don't think the Patriots are ready to face a team like the Chargers and be formidable. I love the Bengals and Broncos game. Like the Broncos have
That
a bad record against actually good teams, and I think the
yeah,
Bengals are a really good team.
that can go off.
Um,
That game could go off.
yeah, yeah, that game could be one of the really good ones. Because Bo Nix can definitely sling it, and that Bengals defense could be had. But then again, it's the Bengals offense, and
Yeah.
anybody in that offense could go off. So like that's gonna be a really good game. And the Cardinals, I don't even think they're playing for anything. The Rams are
No,
still
they,
playing
they
for
are.
something,
Oh
but
yeah, no, they're out of it. So
mhm.
and with James Conner and geez, Trey Benson. I always want to say Edgar Benson because that's I'm old and he's old, the old Packers running back. But
Mhm.
they're both questionable.
Mm.
And Kyler Murray was talking crap last game because
Ooh,
they're not going to throw on him like they did last time.
yeah. The
So
Rams are gonna try and take his head off.
and the Rams, I think the Rams will run the score too.
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, I think
Well,
Stafford's
good
gonna have
deal.
a really good day. The usual suspects: Kyron, Puka.
What
You
game
know,
Sunday is your favorite game to look forward to, other than the Colts game?
I'm not even looking forward to the Colts game, honestly, because I don't
No.
think we have anything to play for. Of course, we still want to win because you never know what can happen. We can, accidentally get into the playoffs at that 7 seed, but
Hmm.
right now I'm just looking for progression from Anthony Richardson. I just, want our offense to look like the way that it did last week, and I want it
Yeah.
to, function a lot smoother because that's when we're at our best when we're running the ball.
Yeah.
Um, I'm actually looking forward to the Panthers Bucks game because that has a lot of implications on one of the tickets that I have. I have a four-way division winner ticket, and it
So explain
has
that when you say that.
so I have a ticket that has four legs on it, and each leg is for a team to win their division. So far, I have the Bills, which was at plus money, which was insane to me at the beginning of the season. They offered that at plus money. I got the Chiefs, which was at like minus 230, which that's pretty
Yeah.
fair. Then I picked Philly because I figured out of all of the teams in that division, all of the other teams were either going to be average or not good. And Washington definitely surprised me, but Philly is winning it right now. And then the fourth team that I have is the Falcons. I thought that the Falcons,
Oh,
yeah, I thought the Falcons getting Kirk Cousins was going to be what took them over the top. And because of the way that the roster is, but now that he's benched, the Falcons still have a chance because
yeah.
they did win their last game. So now they're tied with the Bucks. So now if the Panthers could somehow pull off this upset, then the Falcons have the division in the bag because even if the Falcons finish tied with the Buccaneers, they're going to win the division because they swept the Buccaneers throughout the season.
Right on. A coming in January, we'll have our last DFS. We'll do it live next week.
Mm-hmm.
But starting in January, we're gonna have a lot of stuff going on for everybody, for all your goats. We're gonna do a Friday live DFS props and pick'ems, playoffs live. We're gonna pick a good playoff game to live watch along.
Mm-hmm.
Beginning February, NFL rookie draft process, and then fantasy and dynasty rankings, NFL fantasy tracker. Make sure you're subscribed and turn on your notifications for all these shows. We're looking forward to helping you after this year build your teams. We
Yep,
can
yep,
get really
yep.
get in the nitty gritty of drafts and players that we like, players we might stay away from. So this should be. We're looking forward to that. Looking
Mm-hmm.
forward to that.
And playoffs are fun because you get to pick on teams' weaknesses. So whatever it
Yeah.
is they've been showing you throughout the entire season, you could take advantage of that in the playoffs.
Yep. Yep. Except for the Rams have no weakness, except for the middle one.
Hey,
And
I actually
hopefully
picked them to come out of the NFC.
they
They were
do.
one of my long shots, one of my long shot bets
Oh,
at the
nice.
beginning of the year. It was at like plus 14,000. Yeah, yeah, it was pretty crazy. I mean, you guys weren't even expected. You guys were expected to win. Like your win total was 8.5, and you guys already passed
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
Yeah, so like they didn't expect the Rams to be good at all, but the Rams have Sean McVay.
Yes, they do.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Well, cool. Well, man, like always, I appreciate you. It's been fun doing this, and look forward to next week.
Yeah, been
And
a
I think the
blast.
Shepherd's going to join us next week, maybe
Nice.
get a
Looking
three-headed
forward to
monster,
it.
maybe.
Yeah. Create a monster lineup.
All
Don't
right,
forget,
man.
everyone, bet what you can afford to lose. And remember to always gamble responsibly.
Yes, make a budget, and
Mm-hmm.
keep the budget, man.
That's right.
All right, man. Y'all just
All right.
continue to have a blessed week. Be good humans. Be a difference and make a difference. All right. Peace.
Yeah.